ask me is really inconsiderate. Okay, y'all, real quick before this goes off, I've been meaning to ask this question about the whole, damn baby, about the whole measles and the vaccine thing. My question is this. Okay, so the whole thing, real quick before this cuts off. In California, it's one of those states where parents can opt out to have this shit done and, not have their children vaccinated for measles, okay? Okay, and I guess you have your right, but then of course you do know that there's children who can't get it done. Let's say if they can't have it done until they get a certain age or so many months, but yet they still in the daycare or whatever or what have you. Their family wants to have them done, but they can't have it done until they're exactly this age or whatever. The whole debate is where the families are saying, on one end is, how dare you try to make me have my child vaccinated and all of that, especially with all of this shit going on and the chip and the mark of the beast and all of this shit, and and that shit gives you I think the whole thing was is that if you got vaccinated with the measles vaccination, they're tying that into autism. And it look like it. And so we're not going to do it. And then, of course, you have the natural parents that's like, well, I don't want nothing but natural shit in my baby's body. And what my titty milk can't do for them, they just ain't going to have, and yada, yada, yada. Which on both ends they have the right. But here's where the problem comes in for me. Is if I have a child that's caught in the middle and I plan on having them vaccinated, you got to go to work, you got to use daycare, and they going to daycare with your child who you feel your titty milk or whatever you feel is strong enough to guide them do, and you willing to take that chance on them getting the measles, whatever your decision was, which you do have a right to it, but keep your baby at home, babysit your baby there. It is, to me, not fair to send your child amongst other children who may be at risk. And I'm not speaking of the ones who have already been inoculated with it because, of course, it's supposed to protect them. I'm talking about the ones who cannot have it until a certain point, but their family has to send them, where they may be around other children, the daycare or whatever. However, you could be in a store, whatever. Kids are little germ factories. They sweet as they can be, and I love them to pieces. But, honey, they little germ factories. And when I was doing chemo, honey, that was the last thing in the world I needed to be around, however cute they was. They just little germ factories. And, they don't know. So my question to y'all is this. Because I really want to know where y'all stand on this shit. How do you feel? The parents are like, do we have the right to sue? Do you feel like it's right for them to do that? Or do you feel like, okay, do that, but homeschool your child or find another thing for your child, because I don't want my child to be in there mixed with yours while they are not inoculated. Your titty milk or whatever you're doing is not enough. And I say that only because of some people, and I don't know. I tried to breastfeed and couldn't, didn't work out, honey. Brent touched one titty and all my milk was in one titty, honey, it was over. I did try. But I have heard some people say, well, the immune and all of that they get from the milk helps them and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. Really, for those who do breastfeed, let me know about that. Just how do you feel about that? And do you feel, on the flip side, is it fair for the government to say, no, you got to do this, else your kids ain't going to school? Like here in Kentucky, you'll be homeschooling, boo-boo. No, we don't do it. How do you feel about it? Is the government overstepping their boundaries by saying that? Are the parents crazy as hell for not wanting their kids to be inoculated? And what's next? You going to take a chance on getting scoliosis and all the rest of it? Just how do y'all feel? And how do you feel about sending your child to a daycare where 6 other kids haven't been inoculated with the measles shit? I'm just curious to know where everybody stands on it. I can tell you I opt in for my kids to have it. And then I have to give it to God on that. So y'all leave that shit alone. Let me know how y'all feel about measles gay. Like, I don't know. Just let me know. And as for this lipstick, this is heroin. But I have a Dasha lipstick that looks just like it. It's a dupe. I'm going to do that video over on the Much Love from Nina channel. Go to my main channel page and you'll see the link there. Be sure to subscribe. I'm out. Much love.